Hello everyone, I'm Holder Richards, from the DaGameTrain, naturally. Tell me, do you ever play phone games anymore? I certainly don't, not with these damn touchscreens all the fucking time. It's kind of impossible to get a decent game going with them. Now I don't know about you, but I really prefer buttons instead of touching a screen, smudging it over with my greasy fingers, making it look like shit. I prefer buttons. And that was a very nice thing. I really like the phones which had buttons, like the good old Sony Ericsson K700i. That's the one I had for a while. And they were great. They were really good phones. I liked them a lot. So, how about we delve into the past of phone games? Yeah, I got something for you. Bet you kids didn't even know about this. Let's get to it. Check this shit out. Rovio Mobile. Darkest Fear. Ever heard of this? Of course you haven't, you fucking bastards. Probably don't know anything better beyond your fucking touchscreens. Don't take it too seriously though. Darkest Fear. It's a Java-based game for Symbian operating system phones, like Sony Ericsson K700i. Now I'm just viewing shit here. This is a post-commentary after all. I haven't even talked over the game itself while recording. It was a little too difficult to set that up. So what the hell is this? Sounds like a spooky game. Well, it is a spooky game actually. This is a puzzle horror game with a bit of story elements too. How about you try that? I just wanted to listen to this music before I started going. The music is pretty good, but you can tell that it's a MIDI mix. It's raining hard. I'm driving towards the hospital, Grim Oaks Hospital. My name's Thomas Warden. I'm a history researcher. I came here because I received a weird phone call from my wife Susan. She's working here as a doctor. Look at those pixelated graphics. Holy shit, that's so nostalgic. I'm going to get a hard on from this. She asked me to find our daughter Helen in this hospital. Helen is here as a patient. And here's the game. You move around with, well, 2, 4, 6 and 8 buttons. But if you're using an emulator like me, it's going to be 8 for up, 2 for down, 4 for left and 6 for right. On the number pad, of course. Our objective in each level is to get through the level alive. Also, we can save some patients. Why? Why the fuck not? That's a better question. But first, let's talk to this woman. My daughter Helen is one of the patients. Have you seen her? I'm afraid not. Be careful though. Monsters are lurking in the dark. Stay in the light. You can make safe paths with different light sources. What's going on? Why is this place so dark? I don't know. Take this lantern to guide you during your search. I beg you to save as many patients as you can. And it's a good idea to save them because you get more health if you save them. For each patient that you save, you will get extra 1 bit of health when you beat the level. So the more you save, the more health you get. And if you're not gonna save them, you're either some kind of a masochist or a dumbass. So as you can tell from the good woman that he talked with and took a lantern from her, there are monsters hiding around here. But the good thing is, they can be easily avoided if you just have some light with you, like a lantern in this case. Lanterns are very useful because we project an aura of light around you. You don't have to worry about getting backstabbed or something. The monsters here will only attack you if you're in the dark, without any light. So keep that in mind. They are very sensitive to light, you see. Which always made me wonder, why would you ever need, like, in Amnesia, why would you ever need light sources so much if monsters are not even affected by light? And usually they just blow out the fucking light. Here it all makes sense, because light is your only weapon. Besides, you don't even have to go around killing monsters, you're just supposed to go through the levels. Here, I saved 2 patients, I got 2 health. And that means that instead of 3 health at the levels, I'll have 5 health now. You can open up windows by just walking into them. It's a good idea. You want that extra light. The same goes with furnaces and whatever other light sources there may be. You might have noticed a monster run past there. I kinda did. So yeah, as you can see, it's a puzzle game. You have to play with the lights. And you best damn play with them right, cause if you fuck up, you'll get your ass handed to you. Now I'm thinking here, how could I bullshit my way through? Because you gotta be real careful when moving these boxes, they cast shadows. And if you sit in the dark too long, well, you're bound to get your ass clawed for a bit. Yeah, just like that. Stand in the dark, you'll get clawed. If you lose all of your health, you'll have to restart the level. It's never something that you really like now, do you? I need to push these boxes out like that. And you need to keep this one box with you, so you could open up this door. Don't forget to check in the closet. There's a patient in the closet. You save patients by giving them some light. You will notice when you are saving them that they are not holding their hands to their face. They're just sitting there like normally. But if they are holding their hands to their face, then it means that they are not safe at all. Okay, apparently the lobby watch who left a message in the first level is somewhere around here, so we have to find her. Now we also uncover a new type of light, a flashlight. Think of it as a lantern that shoots a beam of light instead of an aura. In other words, it's fucking shit. It's gonna get you killed a lot of times if you don't play safely with it. It only projects a beam of light towards, out from it. So whatever happens on the sides and the back, well, tough shit, son. Can't help you there. Which is why the lantern is a universally it's a universally better item to use, you know. Oh shit, getting clawed here. And that looks like the lobby watch. Oh, it just splatters the monster with light. Let's talk to her. You might notice that they are blinking actually, I never noticed that before. Are you the lobby watch? Yes. My wife Susan and my daughter Helen are missing. Have you seen them? Susan works here as a doctor. No, my little sister is missing too. She's a patient here because of her spinal cord tumor. Keep that in mind. My daughter is here for autism treatment. She doesn't recognize any faces except mine. I know how you feel. Can you explain what has happened here? Everybody is turning into weird creatures. The hospital is infected by an odd epidemic. Take this key to the next floor and hurry up. Holy shit, what's going on with that person? Stop that. Oh shit. The monsters will actively seek out any dark areas so that they could survive. Naturally, we will never try to attack you in the light or while we're seeking darkness. So you don't have to worry about actually being assaulted by monsters. Except when you're in the dark. That's about it, really. You can push boxes over light sources like this flashlight. It's usually not a good idea to do that because it will block out the light that's coming from the light source. But if you're lacking space or you're just too damn lazy to give a shit, well, you can always do that. Just remember that as long as there's a little bit of light, you'll be safe. The monsters are only able to attack you if it's completely dark. Like, see those black areas? Pitch black shit? Yeah, that's where they can hit you. Anything that's lighter than that, well, they can't do shit to you. I just wanted to check what's in these toilets. But apparently there's nothing. So let's just go. I figured out that Susan and Helen got separated and can't find each other. That's the reason Susan called me. Well, it's getting interesting now, isn't it? The story here is pretty, well, weak, as you can tell. But this is getting interesting, holy shit. Feeding guidelines and all there is fucking medicine. What the shit? Do they ever get any real food? That's a good question. I believe there's a book called Darkest Fear as well, but I am not too sure about that. Anyone who knows better about it will have to tell me. I'm not exactly a book fan, you see. Right, let's put this here. There we go. So yeah, like I said, the story isn't very well written in the game, but I guess it's understandable. Because, well, it's a mobile game. They didn't really make these large. They never even went above 2 megabytes at best. And even then, if it was about 2 megabytes, it was always some kind of 3D bullshit that you would only play once. And then never again because it fucking sucked. Shit, who the hell tore off that guy's legs? But from what I could gather from these pieces of the story, Thomas here is just trying to find his daughter in this danky ass hospital. Because apparently, his wife is looking for her. Apparently she is missing somewhere. And as you can tell, these damn monsters are everywhere. It's like somebody's doing experiments or some shit. Not that you really need a story in a game like this. Most of the story you need will be told in these little cutscenes and text boxes. Now I'm thinking here how to get myself some extra light. So I try to bullshit around here. You see, normally you would think that you could block the doors from closing if you put something in there, between the door. Putting a box in there will not work because the boxes always get pushed through the door. Like through the door hole where the door is supposed to be, they just get teleported in front of it. They never get in the door hole itself. And the light sources, they don't do shit to block out anything. So we'll just have to try and rotate some items. I was hoping here to bullshit some items, like some extra boxes in exchange for a flashlight. Because it would be nice to have another box in there. It didn't take me long to realize that I couldn't be able to get anything going anyway, because I would still end up having to sacrifice my life source. Because at the end of the level, there's like a little stretch that you need to go through, and maybe it's possible to have some light there, but I've never been able to get it. So you usually just blaze it through. Yeah, look, the box just got teleported through the gap. At least pushing mechanics for the boxes are very well done. It's nothing too damn complicated. You wanna push it somewhere, just walk in the direction you want to push this damn thing in. No, that's not gonna work. And if you want to pull the box, well, it ain't that hard now, is it? Just walk into it again when it's stuck up on something. Like if it's stuck on a wall, just walk into it again and you'll pull the box out. It's very simple mechanics. It's like from Shove It, except improved. You know Shove It, the warehouse game? Yeah, that fucking thing. I might do a playthrough of it sometime soon, but don't bet on it. Yeah, this is where I realize the folly of my attempt to bullshit. You see, the problem is, if I take the flashlight, the door will get closed to the room with the box. So I try to go back here, and I remember that there's no extra items to pick up. So I'm forced to go through without any lights. You will notice that the resolution of this game is considerably bigger than what you would remember it being on a phone. I stretched it out a little bit. I just felt that it needs to be on a larger scale so that you could easily understand what the fuck you're looking at. Because if someone's just gonna look at this video on their 1080p Super Omega monitor and all they see is the tiny ass miniature Sony Ericsson K700i resolution of a video, well, they're gonna have a hard time seeing shit now, will they? I'm pretty sure the patient is somewhere here in the dark, but I have no fucking clue how to get light in here. Plus, I didn't want to stick around here too long. Oh, smell of burning flesh comes through this door. Did I ever tell you that the cutscenes here look very fucking weird and twisted? It's like, holy shit. When I saw this one first, it kinda creeped me out. Not like Amnesia, that piece of shit that can never creep me out. As you can see, it's the janitor. And that monster happens to be her son. Now appears to be dead. This is where we learn that there is a whole new object in the light plane here. Mirrors. Mirrors are like any other light source. Well, more like a flashlight actually. But the issue here is they can only project light when there is light projected into them. So as you can see, if I try to move a mirror into the dark, it just goes dark. It doesn't project any more light. Which doesn't really help anything. Now let's just blaze it. Let's open that window. But it does add a new element of challenge when you think about it. Look, you have to now figure out how to position the mirrors correctly to get yourself the best light corridor so that you could get other items through. Mirrors will come in handy later, but for now, they're mainly just doing a little practice run. Yeah, think of this like a tutorial or something. Which I really like. The game knows how to introduce its elements one by one without making it too damn challenging. Ah, we got some more mirrors in there. Oh shit. Alright. It is possible to glitch out the mirrors sometimes. I managed to catch it on the tape. I somehow managed to glitch out of the mirrors in one of the later levels. I just put the two together, facing each other, and they kept projecting light even though there was no light to project. I don't know how I pulled that off, but I guess I just broke the physics behind it or something. I don't know. It helped me, so I'm not complaining. Checking out the cabinets is always a good idea, because you might find something useful in there. You might find a patient. Well, not entirely useful, but you get what I mean. You might find a medkit, which will heal you up, and you really like that. You might find a key, which is, well, mandatory for some of the levels, because you need to find fucking doors to open up with those keys. The game is pretty simplistic, but in the terms of puzzle elements, well, as a puzzle game, it is moderately challenging. It's not that it's so damn hard, or like, holy shit, how the fuck do I beat this level? Nah, it's like, even if you don't know how to do the level at first, you will figure it out on your second or third try. It's not that it's so damn hard, but it is the fun kind of challenging. You can just keep playing it and you'll figure out more and more. It's kind of fun like that. I wish more puzzle games could be like that. And I also wish that more games could actually be, you know, able of explaining what the fuck you're supposed to do. Yeah, that's always nice. At least something that a normal human being would understand without having to decrypt any messages or shit. Imagine playing this on an actual phone. Yeah, I remember playing this game on my Sony Ericsson. Late in the night, playing this in my bed, pushing the damn buttons. It was always interesting to play this game. I always liked it like that. It always gave that interesting atmosphere of spookiness when you played it in the dark. Because, well, it's a very dark and grim game itself. So we saved the other janitor's son. And we got ourselves some more health. I think the most you can get is around 25, but I'm not too sure about it.